Hi everyone. So my daughter made a pre-labor request that she wanted jerk chicken, Jamaican jerk chicken. I really can't go outside now to do jerk chicken like the original authentic way. So I'm gonna be roasting it in the oven with all the jerk seasoning. It's gonna taste delicious just the same. Alright, so I'm making sure my chicken is nicely clean. I'm gonna cut it down the backbone. I'm going to rinse it with some lemon juice. You want to also make sure that you clean that cavity, removing like the giblets. Once all of that is completed, I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it, and I'm going to pat dry, and then we're going to set it to marinate. I'm making this the same day, so I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator for like a couple hours, but you can marinate it overnight so that all the flavors can get to soak in. Now that my chicken is rinsed and pat dry, I am just piercing holes through the breast, through the thighs, just to make sure that the seasoning can get to soak through, especially since we're not marinating this overnight. And also this will create little pockets for all the juices to flow through the chicken and make it moist and nice. All right, so I have this seasoning here, just this one jerk powdered seasoning that I'm going to use. Use whatever jerk powdered seasoning you have. Next, I'm going to make a few slits on the thighs and the legs, and then we're going to go ahead and season. Also, whatever jerk powdered seasoning you have, go ahead and use it. You don't have to have the exact one that I am using. And make sure that you have a jerk marinade. That's very important. Mine has a little kick to it because it has a scotch bonnet pepper and all of that. I mean, what is jerk without a little spice? But if you don't like it too spicy, go ahead and make it mild. You can check out my video of how to make a jerk marinade if you are new to my channel. Alright, so once my powdered seasoning is distributed throughout the chicken, I'm gonna go ahead and place it in my baking pan, and then I'm gonna pour the marinade and rub it all over the chicken in all the creases and all the crevices, and then I'm gonna place it in the refrigerator. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Alright, it's free of cost just to hit the like button. So just hit the like button and show some support to my channel. Alright, so once it's all done, into the refrigerator it goes, and after a couple hours I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven at 375 degrees. I also place a parchment paper over the chicken just to protect the wings from burning, and it will help to hold in some moisture. Now she also requested festival. I'm not making a lot, so I'm using 1 cup of flour and half cup of cornmeal. I'm adding some sugar, my baking powder, salt. All the ingredients will be listed in the comment section or in the description box, and I will also add some cinnamon and some vanilla for extra flavor in my festival. It tastes so good. Alright, so once that is properly combined, I have some milk. You can use water as well. Once I pour in my milk, I'm gonna go ahead and knead it into a nice soft but firm dough. And once my dough is formed, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with a semi-damped paper towel. Just leave the dough to rest while my chicken is in the oven. Alright, she also requested ackee and saltfish, very impertinent, and also kalu. Can you imagine? So I'll be making those as well, just a little of each. I guess I can just give her a platter of Jamaican goodies before she goes into deliver her baby. As you can see, my dough is firm but it is soft. Alright, so that's exactly the texture that you want for right now. I'm gonna leave it to rest. It will be more manageable after its rest. So like every 30 minutes interval, I go in and I wet the chicken with some of its own juices, just to ensure that the chicken is staying moist. And we need the chicken to be nice and juicy, right? Especially that breast. We don't want a dry out breast. So I'm just gonna put it back, let it continue roasting until I'm ready to pour off the juice. Alright, just make sure that whatever size chicken you have, you give it 50 minutes per pound to make sure that your chicken is properly cooked. Alright, or you can use a thermometer to test it. If it reaches a temperature of 165, you know that the chicken is nice and ready. So this chicken is done. I'm just gonna make a sauce to pour over the top, pump up the heat to give it that nice charred look that we're looking for to somewhat imitate an authentic jerk chicken. For the sauce, I'm just adding some ketchup, brown sugar. Just get creative. Sometimes I add a little pineapple juice, sometimes I add a little fresh orange juice, whichever one. Just let it cook down to a semi-thick gravy. Then I just pour back some on the chicken and just put it in back for an extra 15 minutes at that 400 degrees. Now for the festival, I'm just lightly dusting this plate with some flour. We're gonna just pinch and roll our festival. There is nothing technical in making a festival. So if you're making this for the first time, you're gonna find it very easy. Just pinch it to the size festival that you want and lay them on your plate. When you're going to drop them in the pot, you can just slightly press it, bearing in mind that whenever the festival goes in the heat, the baking powder will start to activate and they're going to swell up a little bit. All right, so bear that in mind to the size that you want. Now if you have watched me fry dumpling, you know how I test my oil. This is my method. Just pinch and drop a piece in there to test it out first, because sometimes the oil can get very hot, and if the oil is too hot, that festival is going to burn immediately, or it's going to turn dark brown immediately, and then the inside is not going to cook. As you can see, they're frying nice and slow, and they're slowly turning golden brown, and that's exactly what you want. All right, so as soon as they're done and looking beautiful like this one, we know our festival is ready. As soon as I remove them, I place them on a plate lined with paper towel just to remove the excess oil, or I sometimes use like a baking tray with the griller. So I just place them on top of the grill so that the oil can drip. And yeah, that's basically it. On my last 5 minutes of the chicken, I turn the oven off, put it on broil for like maybe a minute, just so that the top of the chicken can get that nice charred look. And yeah, that's basically it. Let me tell you, I'm not a big fan of chicken breast, but this chicken breast was so moist. When you cut into it, the juices was just flowing from it. You want to make sure you make those little pockets on the chicken breast. Use a knife and make some slits in between the chicken breast, and just push some of those jerk marinate in there, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. And just like barely cover the top of your chicken to keep it moist. Make sure that you are basting the chicken with a turkey baster, or as you see me use a spoon, whichever one you want to use. And my daughter did enjoy this meal. We all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate your love and support, and please don't forget to like the video, all right, and leave a comment if you wish. I am officially a grandmother, and I am super happy that everything went well. Thank you so much to everyone who had sent their well wishes, all the congratulations. We really appreciate you, and go ahead and try out this meal and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.